I'm currently reading Master of Change by Brad Stulberg. In the intro, Brad talks about 4 ways that we get change wrong. And the first is that we attempt to resist the change or refuse that it's happening at all. The second is that we actively resist the change. So we put energy towards stopping it from happening. The third is that we relinquish any agency or control in the situation. So we hold this perspective that change happens to us and there's nothing we can do to better our experience with that change. And the last one is that we try to get back to where we were before the change occurred. And I find this one interesting because earlier today I was having a conversation with a colleague and we were talking about trying to bring organizations back to a culture pre-pandemic. So sort of restoring the culture back to pre-pandemic. And what we found interesting was it's not about just bringing that back lock stock. Right? We have to really take into consideration where are we today post this change and what are the key elements of the culture of that organization that existed pre-pandemic that would be useful and still effective post-pandemic. So I want to invite you to continue this discussion on disorder, change, how you relate to change, things we can do to improve our experience with it, to help ourselves and others through change. And I'd like to invite you to have that conversation with us tomorrow in the very first session for the Inner Edge Leadership Exchange. This forum is a 1-hour session for executives, existing leaders, aspiring leaders, change practitioners that would like to come together and discuss how we can be with change more effectively, right? On both the people side as well as the practical and task sort of side of things. So that session is tomorrow, 6/27 at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to exchange ideas. We're going to collaborate. We're going to gain different perspectives through this conversation and community so that we can increase our impact through elevating our leadership.